Welcome back, everybody. They are going to take us back, way back in time to 1889 and the World Fair back then. Yeah, we're talking steampunk style, unique inventions, style to next level. Anastasia Hunter is joining us along with her buddy John Bollman from the Gaslight Steampunk Expo. Good morning to you, Anastasia.
Good morning.
So at the beginning, you know, when we first started our show, I was like, I have so many questions to ask you. Steampunk, first of all, let's start with the basics. What is it?
Steampunk, most simply described, it would be like Victorian science fiction and fantasy.
Oh.
A lot of people are familiar with Jules Verne and H.G. Wells' 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And of course, we have the original time machine. So that's what allows us to kind of go through time and do different periods. And there's a lot of Victorian basis for it. So you'll see a lot of Victorian elements in the costume.
I see. And I am fascinated by what's on your head, Anastasia. Could you show us a little bit if you just move your head close?
I have a little top hat with a bunch of little books and scrolls on this particular chapeau. I actually brought something special for you, too.
Okay.
I have from Metropolis a hat that actually... that you can wear, so you can have your own Metropolis animation.
That's awesome.
Steampunks love things that like do things, typically speaking. So we like to get, you know, use our engineering skills and our maker skills to do all kinds of fun stuff.
This is so fascinating to me because it takes a lot to obviously put that together, to come up with these ideas. If you could, before we talk about the event, what draws you to steampunk?
I think I've always loved costuming. And, you know, a lot of times you dress up in a costume and it's very specific to, you know, like if you were going to do a costume competition, you have a theme and idea.
Yeah.
But steampunk is nice in that, you know, you can, because we have a time machine, every year we'll have a different theme. A couple of years ago when we had our last live event, we did a Egyptian theme and we had a Stargate. So we had people dressed in Stargate costumes and then we had people dressed in typical steampunk costumes.
Okay.
And people just love to get dressed up. And it's something nice and easy and fun to be dressed up in. And so I think that's why I love it so much.
Okay, so if you have a time machine, you can go back to any time you want. So for this year, you guys chose what, 1889, is that right?
Yes, 1889. The World's Fair was in Paris and Gustave Eiffel built the Eiffel Tower. So we were celebrating engineering.
Okay. Celebrating engineering. So what can we expect at this year's expo? Tell us the details. When and where is it?
It's going to be this weekend, starting on Thursday night at the Mission Valley Marriott Hotel. And we're very excited that we're going to have special presentations based on things that went on during that, you know, World's Fair. But you know, steampunks always have to do something a little bit different as well. So we have tea dueling competitions where you get a hot cup of tea and you dunk your biscuit, you hold it for 5 seconds in the hot tea, and then you turn it upside down, and it's the last person to get it into their mouth that will succeed.
Before it crumbles away, huh?
That's right. Before the cookie crumbles, the last person to make it into their mouth. We have a fashion show that we do on Saturday night. That's a community-based fashion show. And we don't do competitions because everybody comes in costume, you know, to a degree, or most of our guests do. So we want to make sure to make it as positive as possible. Sorry about the background noise.
No, I was gonna say, I feel like someone's inventing something back there. You know, that's what you guys do. Tell us real quick, I know we have a demonstration that you're gonna show us in a bit, but also just the idea of you guys coming together for the weekend. I mean, I would just be in awe, I think, and have so many questions to ask everyone. But what do you love so much about this expo?
Well, I think that the thing that we love best about it is just it's community. You know, the sci-fi community in San Diego has an awesome, you know, been doing conventions a long time.
Okay, Anastasia, what's going on back there?
I'm sorry, the background's getting kind of
No, we have Teapot Racing to talk about. So is that what's happening back there?
Yes, well, I'm going to give you to John and he's going to do a demonstration.
Yes, please. What in the world is Teapot Racing? How do you do that? Hi, John.
There's his race.
Hey.
For the Teapot Racing, we actually will set up an obstacle course, and everybody will go through the course, and the person with the best time through the course is the winner.
Oh.
And so everybody designs their own cars, and it will be on Saturday afternoon this weekend.
Okay. So when you say Teapot Racing, you're literally racing a teapot. It's on this little car, it looks like.
It is. A lot of people will put a teapot on there. I mean, we have had rubber ducks and other fun things, but it tends to frequently, you'll find a teapot on a car most of the time.
All right. So, John, how do you expect to do at this race? It looks like you got a fast one there.
I've been successful before. I've never won at Gaslight Gathering or Gaslight Expo, but I have won in Arizona and in San Francisco, so I'm hoping I can do well this year.
All right.
He's
Well,
an expert. We are hoping for him.
we are glad that you're able to practice live on our show. You guys, I know it takes a lot to get ready, especially early morning hours, so we appreciate you being on our show in full-on costume. So thank you very much. And it should be a fun weekend. Gaslight Expo happening this weekend. Thank you very much. One more time, Anastasia, where's it going to be? How can people attend?
Mission Valley Marriott.
Mission Valley Marriott. All right, show up in your full gear. This is going to be
Go to our
fascinating.
website. Our full schedule is on there with all kinds of more photos and information, and we've got workshops scheduled all weekend too, so you can get your hands, working on your own maker projects.
Okay, and I'm going to follow up with you after this weekend to see how John did. Thank you both very much for being on this morning.